is Lucas Spielberg.
And this is Ashton Spears.
And we definitely watch WGS-TV. We're going to own it. Definitely going to own it.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, really. Respect my veteran!
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFX-TV. I'm the WrestleGamer, Double B Billy Boudreaux. As you guys can see, the laptop is back. Everything is working as it should be, even though I have to, redo all my data. But anyway, guys and gals, we're going to go ahead and quickly get into this week's Monday Night Raw review. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my co-reviewer for this week. We know him as the hardcore host of Hardcore Wrestling Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the one, the only Rick Head. Rick, how you doing?
Yeah, you know me. I'm always hanging in there. Billy, thanks for having me.
All right, let's quickly get into the opening segment of Monday Night Raw this week. The Authority calling out Dean Ambrose. And in this opening segment, it started off the way I thought it was going to, with them addressing Dean Ambrose's stealing of the Money in the Bank briefcase. But within the first 5 minutes of the show, the fans started chanting for CM Punk. Now, all things considered, this Monday Night Raw was indeed in Chicago, a very heavy pro-CM Punk crowd. However, Stephanie McMahon addressed the crowd, basically telling them they're chanting for a quitter, so they must be quitters. They then go on to talk about Dean Ambrose and how stealing the Money in the Bank briefcase was considered an insult to the Authority, when surprisingly Paul Heyman enters the segment to talk about what went down at Night of Champions. According to what the Paulrus said, Brock Lesnar considered it an insult when Seth Rollins curb stomped him and attempted to cash in his Money in the Bank contract. Seth Rollins then comes out to address Paul Heyman, telling him Brock shouldn't take it as an insult, but as a compliment, more or less. Heyman agreed and shook Rollins' hand, but left him with an ominous warning, saying that the next time he would be dealing with Brock Lesnar. Rollins then focused the attention on Dean Ambrose, demanding that the Lunatic Fringe return his Money in the Bank briefcase. Ambrose appears on the Titantron, saying if he wanted it, he had to come and get it. Rollins and the Authority would get no further than the stage when John Cena's music cues up and Cena comes out to assault Rollins. But Rollins again was able to once again get away. So I gotta say, not a bad start to Monday Night Raw. But let's look at the Intercontinental Championship match, Rick. Dolph Ziggler defending against The Miz and Cesaro. And one thing I definitely got to agree with is what the crowd was going during this match. And they were saying that this match was awesome. And I have to agree with them. This matchup was indeed awesome. But, it was...
I'm sorry, let me unmute my microphone.
Yeah.
I am getting really tired of... It was a great match, but I'm getting tired of seeing the same mix, of seeing the same people getting mixed up. I'd like to see a different set of people. I mean, I understand the term rubber band match, but that rubber band's getting a little too stretched out, so to speak. That's just my thoughts.
I got to agree with you to a point, but following that, we had the viewing of a weird vignette from the Wyatt family, in particular focusing around Luke Harper, and I don't know, Rick, what did you make out of that vignette? Because I'm it's 2 days later and I still don't understand what I saw in that vignette.
What I think they're trying to do is I think they're trying to re-push them, give them a new, fresh push. That is my gathering of what they're trying to do with the Wyatt family, because they really haven't done anything with them in a while. They haven't really given them any kind of, they haven't gone anywhere. And I think they're just trying to give them that new push. And that's what they need.
Well, following that, we had Rosa and Mendez taking on Layla, which was basically WWE's lame attempt to tie in the Total Divas product to their Monday Night Raw. Yeah. Now, let me just say this. If the Divas cannot entertain me on a Monday Night Raw or a Friday Night SmackDown, what makes people think that they'll entertain me on what their, quote, reality shows?
They can't, and it's terrible. And the fact that they had to bring on Tyson Kidd, who's not been on an entirely show. When's the last time we've seen him on Monday's show? Months, almost a year, maybe. Yeah. And I have to tell the world that I even tweeted Tyson Kidd for the past couple of months that I told him, I'm like, listen, it's this whole iPod gimmick is not working for him. He's 34, not 14.
Well, mercifully, Layla hit the layout on Rosa to end the match. Thank God, which is hands down. I even said it on the Facebook coverage Monday night, worst match of the night, and hands down, that's what it's going to be, worst match of the night. Following that, Dean Ambrose came out with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and God dang it, he started giving away free merchandise. I'm like, why the hell he couldn't do that at Monday Night Raw at the Cajun Dome, the one I went to? I mean, that would have been cool. but more than likely, it probably would have been like really small T-shirts. It probably wouldn't have anything my size. But that's what he ends up doing. And at first, we had Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble come out there to try to get a briefcase from Dean Ambrose. Ambrose just kind of intimidated him in a sense, and they backed off. Out comes Seth Rollins, which I have to consider probably one of the funniest moments of the night, Rick, is I kind of figured Ambrose was up to something when he voluntarily left the ring to allow Rollins to get the briefcase. And I'm thinking right then and there, I even told my sister, who was right in there watching the Monday Night Raw show with me Monday night, that, man, that briefcase is rigged, and lo and behold, Rollins got slimed.
Yeah, I knew there was something up to it, but I have to agree with you. That was probably one of the highlights of Monday Night Raw, and yeah, it was definitely a great spot. I was laughing my ass off.
I don't know how many people were laughing at what happened following that. It's Mark Henry and Bo Dallas, and we had it was just about 85% of the match was, or probably just 99% of the match, it was Mark Henry, and then Bo Dallas hits one move, the running Bulldog, and all of a sudden Mark Henry succumbs to a Bulldog, a headlock for a finish, and that's just, I don't know, but Bo would end up kind of paying for it backstage with Mark Henry's assault on Bo Dallas. I think a lot of people, Rick, would probably consider this WWE's way possibly of taking Mark Henry away from the Rusev storyline and possibly starting him with a feud with Bo Dallas. I mean, they did it with Jack Swagger. Why can't they do it with Mark Henry?
Yeah, I was honestly hoping that the Rusev was going to be Mark Henry's swan song goodbye out of the WWE, but obviously it's not. He's just going back to the Job Squad, unfortunately. But whatever. It's just I don't know what they're doing with him anymore. It's just he just seems to be up one moment, then down one moment. I thought he was going to be doing something with the Big Show, and it looked like he was going to do something really great, and then they just took him away, and I just don't get it anymore.
I don't think a lot of people get it anymore as to the direction they're taking Mark Henry in the WWE, but following that, we had a second Divas match on a Monday Night Raw. Brie Bella taking on, Nikki Bella will come out in a lame promo saying that, when you quit, I had to I was put in handicap matches week in and week out, so thanks to my friends in the Authority, I get to put you in a handicap match, and it's against Cameron, and even basically it's a mid-carder taking on two low-card people who should not even be in the WWE right now. I'm talking about Cameron and Eva Marie. But Brie gets the better of Nikki Bella, her sister, by rolling up Cameron and picking up the win, and I kind of figured that they would do a flip on it, a 180, because Nikki Bella never came out on top in the handicap matches, and I think if they want to push this feud on, they would kind of flip it for Brie and have her come out and make her look strong by making her win the handicap match. But after that, I don't know how to call this after this, Rick. Well, it's Los Matadores taking on Slater Gator, and now apparently Hornswoggle is delegated to wearing a gator outfit.
You know what? When I saw that, all I have to say is, and yes, and welcome in James from the Big Easy. And James, I think you even know when I said I saw that, it just makes me want to smoke a pot again. It's just that simple.
It makes me want to start smoking pot.
Yeah, well, it was just that bad of a segment. I'm like, it's terrible, fucking terrible. Pardon my French for those of you over here on WGS-TV land. I know you're not necessarily that bad with language, but it's just terrible.
believe it or not, they get the win. Slater Gator. Slater yanks one of the Matadors off the middle rope and rolls him up for the win. And after the match, they go after El Torito. And Hornswoggle does his version of the Gator roll. And we still had Adam Rose and the Bunny on commentary. And the Bunny once again sticks it to Slater Gator. And I'm like... Well, let's just say this. There is still a big question, James, up in the air as to just who exactly the Bunny is.
I'm looking right now. Who's that Bunny?
I don't think anybody knows. A lot of speculation is, Sami Zayn, Justin Gabriel. Even one person, because it was in Chicago on Monday night, said, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if CM Punk took off the bunny outfit and revealed it to be him?" I'm like, it's CM Punk in a bunny outfit. How in the world is that going to be impressive, to be honest? Anyway, following that, Lana and Rusev would respond to what happened on SmackDown with Big Show, knocking him out. Big Show would come out to kind of set the record straight as to Lana and Rusev would try to skirt around the issue and kind of, bend the truth a little bit. And as the Russian flag was already down, Big Show comes into the ring. As we also heard Rusev talk for the first time on a Monday Night Raw. Rusev, work on your accent. He didn't sound, when you speak in the language, it's hard to tell, but when you speak in English, it's just down. That was just downright. I don't know who has the worst accent, Lana or Rusev. But Big Show would go into the ring as their traditional Russian flag was already down, and Big Show yanks it down to, I guess, put over the, it's more along the lines of the storyline. Now, I do understand, Rick, there was a, WWE actually had to issue an apology to Russian fans, because apparently some of the Russian fans out there were kind of offended when Big Show yanked down the Russian flag on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, we talked about that over on our HWR, and we all couldn't really understand that. We think that while WWE's apology appeared legitimate, we think that some people just taking it a little too serious. It is a storyline. People forget that several years back when HBK stuck his nose up the Canadian flag, people were laughing at it. So. It's a
but I think back then we didn't have the internet access and to what we know now.
No. That's an excuse. Nothing more, nothing less. This is all about hypocrisy. That's all it is. People are being hypocrites. If that was the American flag, forget about it. If that was some other flag, it would be different. Forget it. It's just WWE wouldn't even apologize. No.
Well, you know what? Go ahead.
The WWE scripted Big Show to come out and pull that flag down, and now, of course, they have to apologize because, oh wait, we have to be politically correct. No, don't do something and then apologize for it.
Yeah, you got an interesting point there, Rick. But make James happy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a third Divas match on a Monday Night Raw.
Why do we need 3 Divas matches?
I'm not sure, but we had Aging Lee, and she's in the ring ready for a match, and out comes Paige, who apparently is now nicey nice with Alicia Fox, and she played a hand in this match, because as AJ was trying to drag Paige by her hair, AJ left herself open to the axe kick by Alicia Fox, and Alicia gets the victory in a non-title match, and as Alicia would go to get her celebratory, I guess that's beer or something like that, or a soda.
Soda.
Paige would hit the rampage on AJ taking her out, and you even said it yourself, James. 3 Divas matches on one Monday Night Raw. I don't know. That was kind of hard for me to take. 1, okay, 2, maybe 3.
It's just really. I'm gonna go to the Total Divas matches. Why did we have the Total Divas matches? I kind of understand the Brie Bella handicap match and maybe this AJ Alicia Fox one, but the first one was like, why do we have it?
I'm not sure.
With this one, is interesting how they bring Alicia Fox in too.
Apparently, the Total Divas ratings are really sucking, so they need to promote it.
Yep. But following that, we had Sheamus and Damian Mizdow, courtesy of the Miz, going backstage, and apparently Mizdow thinking he's Miz, since he's Miz's stunt double, kind of getting insulted about what happened, getting in Triple H's face, and Triple H puts him in a match against Sheamus, and it's just flat out Sheamus getting the bro kick on Mizdow and picking up the victory. But we do get the announcement during the match that on Friday Night SmackDown is going to be the United States Champion Sheamus, Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler teaming up to take on Miz and Mizdow. And, you know, it's something I said, I'm going to pretty much say last week, is Sandow's original gimmick of being the intellectual savior of the masses in the WWE has just been flushed down the toilet. Following that, Hulk Hogan announcing WWE is joining the Susan G. Komen Foundation for the third year in a row. Go ahead.
Five brothers in that promo.
Yeah, thank you. That was the brothers count. It's a good foundation. It's a good charity for the month of October, and WWE's always done a lot of big help. But here's the thing: Hogan was not really good in that promo. You know, normally he has some good skills, but Monday night, Rick was just not good.
You know what it is? He was like, yeah, I'm just here for the paycheck. Get me out of here. It was like waiting for him to look at that watch and like, yeah, okay. Is my 15 minutes up yet?
Was he reading something? Because it looked like he was like doing like, remember they did, it was like
with the Rock.
The WWE.
No, that was him looking at the watch. Is it for me the time to go yet? Let me get the fuck out of here.
It's all in the wrist.
Yeah, no. He was looking for me to get the fuck out of there. He just did not give a shit at all. He was like, listen, Jack, let me get the fuck out of here. I got somebody go fuck out and back. You know, oh shit, I already got that on video. So, you know.
Well, the main event on Monday Night Raw this week featured Dean Ambrose teaming up with John Cena to take on Randy Orton and Corporate Kane. Overall, matchup was decent, but the interfering causing a disqualification. And following that, both Ambrose and John Cena just kind of had it stuck to them by the Authority. They both suffered an RKO, a choke slam, and then Rollins curb stomped both of them into his Money in the Bank briefcase, and the Authority finishes off Monday Night Raw on top. And that's how they kind of close out the show. And a lot of people wonder, you know, where are they going with this? Where are they going to be taking this? You know, would this be leading to something they're going to be doing at Hell in a Cell? You know, there are a lot of rumors floating around about that. But while you guys stew and think about that, let's go into our overall scores and our picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week. As you guys can tell, I don't have a lot of time on this review this week, but I do apologize about that. But anyway, as far as I'm concerned, best match of the night, I'm going to hand them to the Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat match. Ziggler taking on Miz and Cesaro. I thought it was a really well-worked match. Cesaro looked good in there as well as Ziggler. Miz, but it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and I thought it was a strong way to start off Monday Night Raw. Worst match of the night, hands down. You even heard me say it already. Rosa, Mendez, and Layla. I mean, what was the point? You know, WWE failing to bring viewership into Total Divas, so they're going to try to tie it into their storylines, and they're just not doing a very good job, and it wasn't a very good match. And even Rick had even said it, you know, Tyson Kidd and Natalia, they were just there, in my opinion, just to be there, to be honest. So I'm going to give Monday Night Raw, I'm going to go 3 out of 5. And I think a lot of people would say that's being a little bit generous. I don't know if you would agree with that, Rick, or not, but what's your overall score and your thoughts and your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week, Rick?
Well, overall, I'd have to say that Raw is really starting to get a little stale. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over the past couple of weeks, but things are just starting to dry out. It's getting to the point, as a wrestling fan, I cannot say that we're Raw each week. I'm not looking forward to watch it. It's like, what are they doing? So I can't even give it a 3. I got to give it a 2.5. The best match or segment, I have to say that watching Seth Rollins get that green slime splattered all over him was probably the best part of the night. You know, even the end, you know, it was great. It was good for what it was, but it really, you know, It's just the same thing over and over again. You might as well you could watch the same thing from like a week ago, and it's the same shit over again. It's just the worst match of the night is probably the Alicia Fox and AJ Lee. If you watched, there was a really bad botch where she did the axe kick, and if I'm not mistaken, AJ Lee was on like the middle of the rope, so she just really botched real bad. So I have to give it to that one. The second Divas match, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that was the third.
That was third.
That was the third. Okay. See how much I'm even paying attention. It's like, you're just like watching it just to watch it. It's like it's junk. I hate to say it. It's almost like TNA quality, and it's getting that bad. And people, viewers, you can, like scream at me for what you want, but you go over and watch TNA for a while, and you put this shit on. Nah, it's getting there.
Well, finally, let's go to James to get his overall score and his picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week. James?
I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. What Rick is saying is that Raw is not doing so well, and especially with the competition with the NFL, the best match, I'm giving it to the Triple Threat. The worst matches, I have to give it to the 3 Divas matches. Those were bad. But, I mean, you kind of understand the last 2, but the first one is like, what the hell? Why is Rosa Mendez fighting Layla? Segment has to be the Slime. The worst segment is Brother.
And don't forget the Jack.
Dude.
Anyway, Jack, what we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? We definitely want to hear what you guys have to say on Monday Night Raw. Be sure you put your comments in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Rick, where can fans check you out on HWR?
Of course, you can always check us out over on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Hardcore Wrestling Radio. And also, you can also check us out over at dailymotion.com/HWR Show. And you can also subscribe to us at youtube.com/HWR Show.
James is over on the Hoodad Temple. James, where they can check you out?
They can check me out on ivlog.tv/user/Fatboy504. And that's where I do a lot of the game shows. But I have switched to Twitch. That's where I'm be playing Destiny most of the time now. I got a PS4, so I'm going to be on twitch.tv/Fatboy504.
Fans, don't forget to like the Facebook page, facebook.com/WGS-TV, and don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZepXTV Network if you haven't already. So for the hardcore hosts of Hardcore Wrestling Radio, Rick Head and James the Big Easy, I'm the WrestleGamer, Double B Billy Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.
Wear pink, brother.